Is this on? Okay. So my name is Amina Masoub. I'm the Director of Education Programs at the World Affairs Council of Pittsburgh. So I'll just pose a couple questions to our illustrious scholars here. And then I actually would love to hear from some of the parents in the audience to hear about what you've seen in your children. And finally, we have a guest here this evening who, among some other amazing guests here, we have a student who went in 2009 to Turkey who will make a few comments about where she is a couple of years out of college. So I'll take a seat here. So thanks again for those amazing presentations. I'm wondering, so as part of the Global Leadership Certificate Program, you're to complete a capstone project, and we've seen students complete some pretty amazing capstone projects, but you've had this amazing international experience, so I'm wondering, what are you planning on doing as you can kind of continue this journey with the World Affairs Council over the course of this next school year? So we can start anywhere. I think Malika has the mic, so we can start with you if you like.
I am gonna start using my martial arts in a way to spread peace, because there's a lot of violence going on right now where I live. So it's not, you don't always have to fight in martial arts, it's the way of dealing with situations also. So I'm gonna start teaching people self-defense and ways to deal with daily situations they may meet.
Okay. For my project, I was conflicted on it. I had 5 projects before. I don't know what I'm doing actually, but recently, because the whole point of my trip was to focus on peace, politics, human rights, and racism, I wanted to come back, and I was super passionate about revealing racism in my community because a lot of people are naive about it. So me and my cheerleaders, because I go to Cornell High School, you might have saw on the news, it made national attention. We took a knee during the national anthem. We received a lot of backlash, lynching and burning threats. I got called the N-word. It was ridiculous. Death threats. We haven't cheered in 3 weeks. Our homecoming was canceled. But that definitely revealed the racism and hatred in our community. And I feel to make change, people need to know that there's something that needs to be changed. So that's why I did it. And I plan on working with my church and my community with trying to build the bridge back, especially with building trust between the youth and the police. So yeah.
For my capstone project, I was going to look at my own school. So one of my interests is English, and I was going to look into the English program at my school. I noticed that there wasn't much diversity in a lot of the authors that we were reading. So I was going to take it to administration to see if we could diversify the curriculum in our classes. I'm not necessarily looking at core curriculum classes. I'm looking more into possibly electives and things like that. So, yeah.
As I said before in my presentation, my idea is to create the advocacy group for the Girls of Color at Brasher High School. And it generally, and in layman's terms, is just an opportunity to give the girls a voice that they never had before.
That's fast. Actually, I have 2 projects in mind for me. One, I originally went on the trip for animation, and I love storytelling. So I thought of holding a workshop or something along those lines where people create a pre-animation, I guess you could say, create their own storyboard, but within their story they tell about an important event that changed their life, how going to Japan has changed my life and how I am now. And so at some point we'll probably get them made into actual animations and they get to see everything. And another one would be just talk about the cultural differences between Asian and American culture altogether.
For my project, I'll be focusing on compiling narratives that focus on the differences and similarities in German and American youth's perspectives of global citizenship, what that means to different people, and how their beliefs came to be.
Okay, great. You can keep them.
Oh, I get first?
Oh yeah, sure. So those are amazing. All of them sound really diverse and amazing projects, and really great that this is something coming from your experience and also your own passions. So something that we've noticed over the years is that students often go into the program thinking about themselves in a certain way and come out thinking about themselves in a slightly different way. And this is particularly applicable when they're looking at their college choice. So can you talk a little bit about what you plan on doing after high school and how that might have changed as a result of this experience? And Gabby, we can start with you since you have the mic.
So currently I am applying to schools with the hope of studying international relations and possibly political science, depending on what school I attend. And I'm hoping to study abroad at some point, and eventually I would like to specialize in human rights law.
For me, what I plan to do after high school, a major that I want to do is animation or video game design. So going to Japan and doing the animation project, the program actually made me intensified the feeling of actually wanting to be an animator, because the whole process is so amazing to me. And I'm okay, I definitely have to do it. I'm actually applying to colleges now. I'm applying to Harrisburg University of Science and Technology and the Cleveland Institute of Art.
Coming back from Morocco, I have a million things that I want to do after I graduate high school, but I realize I kind of have to stick to one for now. And one thing I really want to go into is criminal and social justice, but now that I've been to Morocco, I want to go international with that. So if I can find somehow to clump that all together, that is what I plan to pursue.
And what school are you?
My two top schools are Temple University and Howard University.
So before the trip, I was mostly interested in just medicine and generally STEM subjects. But after, I realized that I have a strong liking for words. I was looking at possibly more humanities route of education potentially. It's all up in the air for me at this point, but I'll see where I go as time goes along. My top schools that I was looking at were Cornell and Trinity.
I want to study either political science or pre-law, and my top school is Howard as well. And after I graduate, my 4 years, I want to go to law school.
I want to study pre-med. I wasn't always, before I wanted to be a veterinarian, but when I watched Korean dramas, I watched a lot of them with doctors and stuff, so it made me want to do that. Even coming back, I still want to do the same thing. And my top schools is University of Pitt and UDel, University of Delaware.
And Gabby, did you answer the question? Did you answer where you're going to call? Where you're
Sorry, I didn't name a specific school. My top choice currently is Georgetown University, and second to that would be Columbia University.
So all very ambitious and very, very exciting. We're excited to be part of that journey with you. So the last question that I have for you is, it's a softball question, but would you recommend this program to your peers? So, and I'll kind of phrase that a little bit more. We have some students in the audience who are really interested in possibly pursuing this. And so what's your pitch? So what is great about the program other than the things that you already have said?
Sorry, what was the question again?
Yeah, so how would you recommend this program for your peers for future global travel scholars?
Well, I have already started recommending a few people. I've told them about my trip. I tell them what they take care of, and that's basically what I tell them. But then they say they'll look into it. Yeah.
I recommend that everyone do the trip. Like I said before, it changed my life. And coming from me, I was the shy and just, but I completely transformed, and it was because of the trip. So I advise everybody do it.
Yeah, honestly, crossing oceans and just time zones to live for a month with people you've never met before, if that doesn't change you, nothing will. So, honestly, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you'll learn a ton. Like, it doesn't specifically have to be one of the programs that each of us did. Like, there are programs ranging from humanities into even sciences, I think, from Costa Rica. So, believe me, there's something for everyone. If you just look hard enough and work hard enough, you'll get there.
Asking me if I recommend this program to other students is like asking me if I like food, and I love food, and it's 1,000 times yes. I recommend anyone to go on this trip because, like I said earlier, this is not a vacation. It may seem like it is, and you may go into the trip looking for one thing, but when you come back home, you're completely rejuvenated. You feel like a whole new person. I forgot who I was when I got back home. Like, everything that was about me, I completely changed. I'm a new person. And I feel like people usually think putting yourself out of your comfort zone is a bad thing, but it's one of the best things that can happen to you, and traveling abroad puts you in that position. So I think it changes your life in many different ways, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone.
Yes, do it. Definitely do it. Do it even though you feel like you won't even, enjoy it. Do it. Please do it. I'm telling you, like what everyone's been here saying, it will definitely change your life, especially for those who feel like they have no way whatsoever to get out of this country. Oh my God, this program is that way. It was my way. Once I left, I got the bug. Like, I want to leave again. And never come back. But seriously, do it. I mean, for food, maybe. Like American food, probably. Why not? For the burgers. Maybe. I got another mom. No, I'm kidding. I love you. No, but seriously, it will change your perspective on everything. Everything from the way you bathe right down to how you enter your own house. And how you treat people, how you treat your own friends, how you treat your own family, how you see the world altogether. Do it. If I have to go up to each and every one of you and whisper in your ear, do it. I will. Seriously, I probably will. I'm not playing. Do it.
Well, I think Taylor covered that. But I would say that if you do go on the trip, you will be pushed to limits that you did not know you were capable of. And I truly don't think that I ever would have recognized some of the things that I now know that I'm capable of had I stayed home this past summer. I just truly think that the way the experiment is designed, you are guaranteed to come home knowing so much more about yourself, so much more about what you're capable of, and recognizing your fullest capacity as a leader, as a community member, and so forth. So it's a definite yes.
Well, thank you for that. Definitely some great enthusiasm, which is good. That's what we'd like to hear. So I'd love to hear from some parents in the audience. If we have any volunteers of people who would love to share a little bit about what changes you saw in your child, and we can pass the mic down.
Oh, sorry.